Well, the young man we're about to speak to now is a very familiar face to all of you out there. He's only very young, but he's been around for quite some time. This is your local famous flamenco dancer, Jay Markwick. Hiya.
Hi.
How's things?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
And I've got to say, right at the very off, this is a real treat. It's the first time I've ever done this. We've got somebody in on their birthday, and it's no ordinary birthday. It is your 21st birthday.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us today and taking a little bit of time out.
Thank you for having me.
On your special day. You get lots of presents.
Yeah, I did loads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shirt is new, isn't it?
Yep, from my amazing sister Jasmine.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I kind of know, I was going to say where did it all begin, but I know a little bit. I don't know before Spain's Next Star, so tell me about that. When did it all start for you?
Well, I used to play football in England. Used to play defence. And my sister used to go to dance lessons.
What's defence? That means nothing to me.
A position.
Oh, right, okay. Are you defence? Are you like the last line before the goal or
That's
something?
the one.
Right, okay. Right, I know what defence is.
Okay. Yeah, I used to play football and then had to go and watch my sister for the last half hour of her dance lesson. My mum used to pick
How
me
old?
up.
At what age?
I was 7.
Right.
And then used to pick my sister up and then on the Saturday morning then go home. My sister was younger than all the other girls in her class.
She would have been, what, 4? Or?
So if about that,
Yeah.
4 or 5, something like that, yeah. Anyway, so she used to go home and then practice with my mum.
Yeah.
And then I just started correcting them.
You started correcting your sister?
Yeah.
What, because
and my
you,
mum.
And your mum? What, why? Because you stood in the back of the class listening to the teacher?
Because I was just sitting in class and I just saw what they'd done and I already learned it without realising just from watching little bits and things. So then,
would you go home and practice? Would you listen to what the teacher was teaching your sister and then go
practice.
home and do it?
No.
No.
No way.
No.
I was a young little boy, I didn't want to dance.
Well, I was expecting a real sort of genuine Billy Elliot moment there for a minute or
Not
something.
at the beginning. Well, once I started dancing, well, my mum said to the teachers that that was what was happening at home. So then they was like trying to get me up.
Yeah.
It took them like a good half hour to get me up finally. I mean,
Yeah.
still in my football kit. I mean, shin pads, everything.
That's
football
why
shoes. And
yeah, that's why it kind of felt a bit Billy Elliot.
yeah. And then anyway, I tried it out, and that they had me like waltzing around the room like within half an hour.
So what was the dance? Was it waltz?
The first one was waltz.
Oh, yeah,
English
okay.
waltz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just said to me, do you want to go in a competition in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
They had a girl what was looking for a partner, and they just said, do you want to run a trophy? I was like, well, a little young boy, like,
Yeah.
you offer him a trophy, and I would say yes. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
tried it out. Done the competition, won first place, and,
Yeah.
and since then just...
And what age
kind
would
of
this
liked
be?
it.
Would this
7.
This was at 7, okay.
Yeah, so then I just kind of got into it through that, and then just loved it more and more.
Yeah.
As I went on, once I got into it, then I really started enjoying it. And
So what age were you when you started taking actual proper lessons then?
7,
You were 7.
yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
did you take? Is it a field where men or boys, as you were at that time, were few on the ground, and it was a predominantly female?
Yeah, there were a lot fewer men. There were quite a few older, but then at that age there wasn't many at all. There might have been 1 or 2 others.
Yeah.
But
So you started off with waltzes and whatnot. And what
Yeah,
did you
ballroom.
progress into? Was it a long time before
it
you
started-
found Spanish dancing and flamenco dancing?
Well,
and that?
this was in the UK, in England.
Right, okay. Because you're
when I was
from?
From Essex.
Essex.
Yeah,
He's an Essex boy.
yeah. Yeah, well, when we moved to Spain, well, I was 8 when we moved out, so I was dancing in England, ballroom and Latin for a year. Moved to Spain and looked for ballroom and Latin dancing, and there just wasn't any at that time. So a friend of mine was just starting with flamenco, and my dad just encouraged me to just try it out. So I went and again just really liked it, and then since then just love it more and more every time.
Yeah, you're quite a well-known teacher out here, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I started off with Raquel Peña. I was with her for quite a few years. I've also trained with Lola Sonichedo. She was really important in my training. She was a really, really big help. I've also trained with Farukito, who's one of the best dancers in the world.
Yeah.
His brother Faruko, cousin Aruko, I mean,
Was
the whole
it-
family.
Yeah. When was this?
At this time, I was between probably between the ages of 12 and 17.
Right. Okay.
And also, then I went into Ballet Español de Murcia, was like one of the top dance companies in Spain.
Yeah. What was that
Started-
ballet company that you were with?
It's ballet in Spanish means dance company. It doesn't
okay.
specifically mean like classical ballet.
Okay.
It was Spanish dance, what's kind of like ballet and flamenco mixed
Is that-
together. So it's
right,
more of
okay.
a classical version
Yeah.
of flamenco and flamenco.
So that was quite a big deal for you. I remember you were very excited when you got
Yeah.
into that company, because it's a famous company, isn't it?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
fairness?
very. I mean, we toured the world,
Yeah.
done China, Jordan, and
Yeah.
really big tours, and that was an amazing experience.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Definitely a lot of hard
And then,
work.
of course, something amazing happened to you when you were 15, didn't it?
Yeah, when I was 15, I went into a talent competition called Spain's Next Star.
So, of course, you won Spain's Next Star. I mean, how
Yeah.
did that feel winning that? It must have given you quite a boost.
It definitely. I mean, it was a shock on the night. Never thought I'd be able to win it, but I mean, it was a really, really good night, and it gave me a big boost. I had a lot of coverage from TV and press and everything, and
Yeah,
Yeah, well.
of course, it was very. I think it was a shock to everybody that a dancer won it, because the prize was a recording,
yeah,
not recording contract. It was like you were going to be given a recording studio to go in and record
Yeah.
an album if you won the competition, and everyone was a bit,
well, I couldn't exactly do that, could
bit
I?
surprised that a dancer won it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So you've gone from, I mean, from Spain's Next Star, you've just climbed up to the stars, haven't you? I mean, you've been all over the place, haven't you? You performed in Benidorm Palace.
Yep. With some amazing acts.
But more importantly, you actually put your own show on at the theatre here, didn't you?
Yeah, I now have my own company called Compania de Flamenco JM, all professional dancers. We done our premiere show in December 2012, and now we're doing our Spanish tour this year and UK tour next year.
Wow. So when you say UK tour, I mean, what will that involve?
Different UK theatres around different cities.
Going to be proper theatres?
Yeah.
You
Big
must
theatres.
be really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How many girls are actually in the company?
How many go? 16 girls in the company. On stage we'll be using 12, and then they'll be rotating around with who's performing each night.
Is it actually going to be a Spanish show? Is it a flamenco show that you're taking to the UK?
Kind of. It's all based on flamenco. Flamenco is the basis of everything we do, but we do flamenco fusion, where we mix in different kinds of styles, rhythms, music, dances. We start off with the traditional flamenco, and then we go into a lot more modern kind of
Or you
temporary.
take a contemporary song and put a flamenco feel to it, or?
Yes, sometimes we do that. Other times we'll get a flamenco song and then play it with rock instruments,
Right, I
and then
understand.
and then change it completely. We mix in Latin, contemporary, ballet, kinds of music. We use techno, opera, classical, absolutely everything.
So how are you received when you do this? Are they surprised that you're just a young lad from Essex?
Oh, definitely. I mean, none of the Spanish believe me when I say I'm English.
Because you're that good. You obviously.
I mean, I've lived here all my life,
Yeah.
so they just never believe that an Essex boy can be dancing flamenco.
I mean, does it put some of the male Spanish dancers' noses out of joint that this English boy's come over and it's actually probably doing it better than them?
No, actually, all the relationship with all the dancers I've performed with or got to know, and all think it's really good, and they love it that there's that I'm there being English and moved to Spain and doing something Spanish instead of just staying with something English, and they think it's great.
And of course, you've got a great network of support out here, haven't you?
Yeah,
You've got
definitely.
your family's here, and
Yeah.
I believe your sister's actually in the troupe, is she?
Yeah, my sister is the youngest dancer in the troupe.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's also lead designer on all the costumes.
Yeah?
She
Wow.
designs them all. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She just completely organises everything for me.
Do your family pretty much go with you wherever you go then, or?
Mainly, yeah.
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 They're going on
Yeah,
tour with you in the UK?
My sister definitely will be.
Yeah.
Possibly my mum if we can fit her in,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah. So do you regard this as home then? Is this really what you regard as home?
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it is.
Not so much the UK anymore. So
Um,
that's like going
UK
abroad on
have
tour
kind
for you.
of,
for you.
yeah. UK are where my roots are, and it's kind of home as in where the rest of the family is, but then actual house, home kind of thing is here.
Right. We want to get to know just a little bit more about you before we let you go. And I know it's your birthday, so we're not going to hang on to you for too much longer. But I've got 10 quick-fire questions, and I just want the first answer that comes into your head when I ask you this. Don't look so worried.
Okay.
Okay. Favourite singer?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Favourite band?
Coldplay.
Coldplay. Favourite colour?
Is sparkle colour?
Sparkle is well. Sparkle's not a colour, but you can have that.
Oh, I'll say sparkly silver then.
Fair enough. Favourite sound?
Flamenco footwork.
Flamenco footwork. Favourite film?
Oh, it's just so many.
First one that comes into your head? Somebody told me that you like The Lion King. Is that true?
Actually, when I was younger, I liked Toy Story, so I'll stick with that.
Toy Story,
Yeah.
okay. Favourite animal?
Dog.
You got dogs yourself?
Yeah, I've got two.
Yeah. What sort?
I've got a little Scottish Terrier and a Bichon Frise and Poodle mix.
Oh, little
Yeah,
rugrats.
yeah.
Favourite dance?
I'd say flamenco for passion, but I do really enjoy Latin.
Yeah. Favourite city?
New York comes to mind. Not been there, but it's on my list to where I'd love to perform. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Favourite song?
Song. Limbo Daddy Yankee.
Favourite interviewer?
Stevie Spirit. Didn't even have to think about that one.
Okay, and just one last question. What would you regard as your biggest challenge to come yet?
To come in the future.
Yeah. And what is your ultimate goal? What do you want to achieve?
My ultimate goal is to achieve what I'm working on now, doing the tours and getting them up and running. And the ultimate goal would be to be doing the same, but just on a much larger scale. This year we're doing Spain, and next year we're doing England. Ultimate goal would be to be able to do a large tour of US or Australia, Japan, and be able to travel.
So are you a let's work on this project now kind of a person, or do you have bigger dreams?
Both.
Yeah. Okay.
I would also like to open a professional dance academy sometime in the near future as well, but sort out the tours first and then go on that one thing at a time.
I think you're going to achieve everything that you want to achieve in life. I mean, there's not many people. How old were you when you started the company?
I was 18 when I started my own company.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty remarkable, and you've had great success with it, haven't you, so far? So just to wrap up, there's only one thing left to do, and that is because as it's the first time we've ever had anybody on this programme actually on the day of their birthday, never mind their 21st birthday, I think it's only fair that we have a little bit of, well, you like sparkle, so we'll have a little bit of bubble to go with it.
Sounds good to me.
There you go. So from me
Thank you.
to you and everybody here at VIVAtv, come on lads. Happy birthday and cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, Jay.
All the best.
All the best.